I'm Garnet, this is Eggs. I'm really interested in the types of monsters in this game, so let's talk about every monster I've noticed so far, which I'm sure there must be many, many more on top of what I'll be showing, and there's probably been some that I missed that have been shown before. There's lots of yokai-based monsters, so that's really exciting. A lot of characters are actually yokai as well, so I'll be bringing those up again as well. Gonna start with more like obvious and familiar monsters first. So dragons, Hakuryu, who apparently is also Wolby, and the matching black dragon are obvious. I talked about them in the villagers and villains video, and I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure there must be other like dragon monsters, like normal dragons, not like divine dragons to encounter in the wild. There always is. And since in the other games, you know, I mean, Aquaticus has like the longer type body, but you know, the other native dragons, they're shaped the same as like the normal dragons, you know, more or less. So I wonder if the regular dragons in this game will have like longer bodies, you know? Alright, woolies, of course. Wolby is a woolly on top of being a dragon, apparently. We've seen plenty of normal woolies in videos showing gameplay. Have we seen fleecies? I can't remember. But yeah, sheep monsters, because it's a farm sim. Apparently they're called Moko Moko in Japanese. That's what I got when I was translating this page about them. Did I know that? I also saw a king woolly, the giant ones. Cluckadoodles, chickens. I know what I'll name mine. Buffamoo, they're cows. I actually prefer the other design for them though. They're using the one with like more lion mane, and I like the black and white ones that have like more of like a zebra type mane. Chipsqueaks and furpies. Another more regulars. Chirori and Fuwari in Japanese. I'm not gonna like tell you their Japanese names every time, but I noticed it and I thought they sounded cute. Adorable little chipmunk monsters. Death fungus, mushroom monster, we know these. They're gonna poison you. There's some blue ones, and Tricky Muck have been both blue and green in different games, so are these Tricky Muck? Or are we having Tricky Muck be green and this is something else? Spiders. I think they're just called spiders. I don't think they have a special name. I think they're just spiders, and those look like the ones we usually get. I don't think this is a new type of spider. Yeah, they're just normal spiders. I can't find it again. I hope I can find it again, because I have the pictures ready for everything that I'm talking about, but I wasn't able to find where I saw this to get a screenshot, but I saw a griffin that had colors. I think it was a griffin. It was really pretty. I know it was getting beaten up by the umbrella, but it had colors I hadn't seen on the griffins that we had. We had griffins in 5, and they weren't this color. Snow wolf. All right, we're getting into less familiar ones. Assuming they didn't name their pet wolf snow wolf. I think this is what these are called in Japanese, at least. They're different from silver wolves, very clearly. And I mean, unless we're redesigning the silver wolves, but these look different. And I really like this. I really like this design. That's really pretty, the blue markings. Yeah, silver wolves are like all blue. This is white with a little bit of blue. Tanuki, the little villager boy, Kotaro, is a prank pulling Tanuki. We've seen them as monsters as well. He's not as round as them. I'm for sure gonna need to be taming a Tanuki. They're adorable. And for anyone who doesn't know, because I'm surprised every time someone still gets confused about this, Tanuki are real animals. They're called raccoon dogs, which are not the same as raccoons. There's folklore about how they can transform things using leaves, and they play pranks, and they're considered a yokai when thinking of them in that way, but that doesn't mean that the animal itself doesn't actually exist, kind of like how like some people think that reindeer aren't real because Santa has flying ones. Something people do a similar thing with, that I haven't seen this game yet, but I kind of expect it to be there, is a kitsune. People are often talking about fox spirits, demon foxes, nine-tailed foxes when they say kitsune. There are specifically kitsune as yokai, just like with the Tanuki. There's also folklore about them. But the word kitsune is still used to refer to just normal real-life foxes. That's what they're called. I think some people think the word only refers to the yokai. So since that felt relevant, I thought I'd be educational. Nekomata! Yachio, the owner of the tavern, is a Nekomata, and there was this posted about them as monsters a long time ago. There was a gap between seeing Nekomata and actually seeing Yachio because she was just a silhouette. These are cat yokai with 2 tails. Hopefully I don't have to tell you that cats exist. This one clearly has a name that's different from just a normal cat in Japanese though. It's not just Neko, it's Nekomata. I don't know exactly how they are in the Rune Factory world, but according to like the real world folklore about them, Nekomata were normal cats, but became large and got split tails because of age or weight or tail length. And they can eat people and large animals. I hope Yachio does not eat people. Crow Tengu. Kurama is one of these on top of being a god, so that's really interesting. And like the other 2 I just talked about, there are Crow Tengu monsters. Would it be weird to name one of them Kurama? Maybe I can go for like a Kami-sama Kiss name theme with my monsters and make things nice and confusing. I've only seen the crow type so far, so maybe it will be the only Tengu type in the game. But in folklore, Tengu can vary a lot in appearance and strength and morals. Appearance-wise, it seems like most tend to wear the Yamabushi clothes, but their heads seem to really vary. The crow Tengu are specifically Tengu that look like crows. Bird heads. Other types, like Hanataka or Konoha Tengu, can be more humanish. They can have red faces and or long noses. So I wonder if we'll see any like that or not. Oni! Kai is an Oni, on top of being a god. He's the Oni's god. Still don't know if he actually has horns or if that's just his mask. I don't want him to look too human. I hope they're real horns. There's several types of Oni in this game. I've seen at least 3 sizes of the red. They were Oni and Oni guards and Colossal Oni. And then there are black ones and blue ones as well. So that makes at least 9 types. At least. And then there's this huge guy, King Ura, who seems to be opposing Kai. Kai is supposed to be their god, right? Like, does he want to be the Oni god or something? He's trying to take over? I don't know. But this is a character I didn't know about when I made the video on, like, the non-marriageable characters. So here we go. Here you go. Now you know about him. In folklore, the word Oni used to refer to all spirits or ghosts. Then it changed to refer to demons instead. And now it usually gets translated as ogre. And the type of ogre or demon it refers to has like a particular look to it usually. I'm sure you can picture them. Horns, the like striped, like the tiger clothes, carries a club. They're carrying clubs here. Yeah, they have horns and carry the clubs here. In either red or blue skin. It can be different, but yeah, that's the image that I get in my head. He seems to pretty much have become like its own demon species. They're very violent and brutal, so I wonder how far they'll go with that for Kai. I mean, the game has combat. He has something to use his violence for. Take it out on the woolies. Normal horse is what I believe it is. Why did I try to figure out what it's actually called? It's a horse. I don't know what it's called, but I don't even see a monster here. That's just a horse. We've never had a non-monster animal, so it must be a monster. It must have something about it that's not normal. I don't know. It's just a horse. I don't know what to tell you. Gamma Samurai, a frog. It's not ribbity. It's not an amphibity. It's a completely different frog. I was sure this must be a particular yokai, but if it is, I'm not sure completely which. Because search engines were also sure I was shopping for Frog Samurai yokai merch when I tried to find a name for it. So this is at least a concept. Maybe they're Ogama, which is a toad, not even a frog. It's a toad yokai that has rainbow breath and they have spears. But this one, the description was talking about wanting to be a samurai. Kappa! There's Kappa! I'm gonna get one. I love 2 at least, because I've seen 2 types. There's like a lighter colored one. I wish there was a Kappa candidate. I think it would have been so neat. Since Story of Seasons has one, either have Kappa as if he existed in Rune Factory instead, or I think it would have been cool to have it be a bachelorette. Then we'd have, a bachelor in one series, a bachelorette in the other series. We'd have all the Kappa. I see this as a missed opportunity. I mean, hey, there's always a... They could still put a character like that in Rune Factory 6. They always have a character from this country in each game, so... We can still do this, or we could have more games in the future based on this area. I assume everyone knows about Kappa, but they are yokai that live around water. They kind of resemble turtles. They like cucumbers, sumo wrestling, and their mischief can vary from silly to repulsive and deadly. They might take your soul out of your butt. They can also be nice and polite. They often have like a dish, like an indent in their head that's meant to hold water, but I noticed sometimes people just kind of give them bald spots there instead. And I've been trying to figure out if I think there's like water in these or if I think they're just a thing. I like it when they have water. Because the thing is, there's like a thing where like they care about politeness, so if you bow to them, they'll bow back and then the water will spill out and then they won't be able to move. Canine warrior. That's so cute. It's so cute. I'm the puppy. If you've played Okami, you're already familiar with these. They're based on Nanso Satomi Hakenden, an epic novel by Kyokute Bakin about 8 warriors who had a human mother and a dog father. And I haven't read that novel, so I'm very confused on if I'm supposed to be picturing them as dogs, humans, or hybrids. But here and in Okami, they are dogs, and I like them as dogs. I've just seen this one, but I wonder if there will be 8 different ones. I think there should be. I think that would be really cool. I hope there are. I hope there's like 8 different designs for these dogs. That would be so cool. But there might not be. I don't know. It looks like they had like several of the same one type in that one battle I saw that had them. But they're so cute. Paranormal Parasol. Such a classic yokai. It's a Karakasa. There's other names for them too as well, if that didn't sound like the right name to you. I've always liked these things. Like, who woke up one day and was like, what if my umbrella's alive? There's a lot of yokai where inanimate objects are alive. Tsukumogami? Tsukumogami. Not a lot to say about them though. In folklore, they like to lick people to scare them, but that's kind of it. I don't see the tongue on this one though, and the eye is inside instead of on the outside. It does say it's a Karakasa on the in Japanese on this image though, so must be what it is. Arakuma, it's a big scary bear. Is it an Onikuma, which is a big scary bear? This blue horseman, I don't know what he's called, but what else would you call that? I cannot come up with a blue horse yokai. I don't know what that is, but it makes me think of the statue Lucifer. If that's something, I don't know, but that's yeah. Undead horseback warrior. That's what this big crazy guy on the big crazy horse is, I guess, according to Google Translate. I ran that through. I want the horse. I want the big freaking horse. We have a horse, but I want that horse. Cursed tree. We've seen this goodness. We've seen this boss monster a lot in promotional videos. And it is for sure called a cursed tree. Because some of these I'm not completely sure what they're being called. It's a tree with a spooky face. I think it's based on Kodama, which is like a spirit that's attached to a tree. So you shouldn't cut it down or you'll get cursed. So let's beat the shit out of it instead, I guess. The label's in my notes. It just says giant fucking spider. I don't even know if it is a spider. I don't know what this is called. It might not be a spider. I can't actually see the body at all. I don't know why my brain is calling it a spider. But there is more than one giant spider yokai in Japanese folklore that have like human faces or masks. So I don't know, maybe it's just another Oni, and I don't know. What are the things on the sides? Because I thought those were like legs, like maybe like weird spider legs, and I thought like I saw webs, but maybe it's smoke. So I don't know actually know what that is, but I'm calling it a spider until I figure it out. It's a spider. The last one is the story trailer monster thing that I saw. I don't know what this is called either. Is it a dragon? It looks kind of like a dragon. It might be that land creating deity I mentioned in a previous video. I don't know if it's good or bad. It seemed like we weren't feeling happy about it during that part of the trailer. It seems like we weren't happy that that was happening, so maybe it's not good. Maybe it's not that deity, or the deity turns out to be evil. It looks really important. I also thought maybe that the two dragons combined into that, you know? But I don't know. It's kind of pretty. This will be the last video that'll come out before the game comes out, unless the game gets like really postponed or something. But this should be the last one that I make before the game is out. Unless something really interesting happens right before the game comes out that I can cover really quick. I can't wait to play. It's soon, it's soon, it's soon, it's soon, it's really, really soon. Now I'll have more time to make Grand Bazaar videos until that one comes out. I have been focusing way more on the Rune Factory ones, and I've been really slow with the Grand Bazaar ones, so I can change my focus. And I can work on some other stuff. I got some other stuff I really want to finish. Alright, tell me what you think of these monsters, and what monsters do you want to see that we haven't seen so far? It seems like we're getting a lot of the regulars, so, you know, if there's any you really, really like of, like, the usual monsters, there's probably a pretty decent chance they'll be in there. Maybe, I don't know. I can't... It feels like orcs would be out of place and, like, goblins might be out of place here. I'm trying to think of, like, what would make sense in this country. I'm sure we'll be missing some monsters, as a lot will probably be replaced with the like Japanese folklore monsters, so. But I mean, hey, we got woolies, cluckadoodles, buffamoos, and chipsqueaks, so I think we've got the important ones, personally. Is there any, are there any monsters, are there any, I can't talk now, alright. Are there any yokai I can think of that I want that we haven't seen? I always really liked a lot of the ones that we already have. I liked Nekomata already, Kappa, and the umbrella. The lantern! I want the lantern! The lantern that has a I don't remember what they're called. I want the lantern yokai. That's what I want. That's what I want. That is my, my wish. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!